ULTY. Unbelievable. I am shocked. The $64,000 ULTY paradox begins today. Look at Jiggly Tits. Isn't that hilarious? This is on my other channel. I talked about it. And it's so ironic that he talks about me with the donuts. I had a business that people lined up for. You have no idea. Anyway, Jiggly Tits, have a nice day. We're here to talk about ULTY. So this is my Discord. Oh, and by the way, Netflix better go ahead and, well, fulfill my future cast and do a reverse split. It's 4:30. They didn't have the conference call yet, but something disappointed them. Look, in the aftermarket, boom! What's happened? And if they want retail traders, they can't be at $1,200. This needs to be a $124 stock. Boom! Reverse split it, whatever. Or is that a forward split? Who cares? We're here to talk about ULTY. So let's talk about yield max. Let's talk about ULTY, also known as the ugly girl. She's had a revival. She's had her boobs done. Everything. Okay, now some people think that she's 28. We know about ULTY. She has a history. She goes down on everybody. Okay, when it was at 10, I had 34,000 shares. Yeah, $300 and almost $50,000. And they said it was the bottom. It wasn't. You used to pay over $1. Now, recent times, it seems to have bottomed out. They went to weekly. That changes nothing. They're paying out 9 cents a week, 10 cents a week. Okay, great. What does that say to us? That says that 10,000 shares will pay $900 to $1,000 a week. Now, what matters to me most is my capital. A convergence of events happened yesterday. Where was it yesterday? I think so, yes, because I only buy for the dividend. I want an instant reward, and then the fund has to recover from the dividend. So yesterday I bought 10,000 shares for an exact even $64,000. The dividend is 10 cents. That means it's going to be $1,000. Ex-dividend is today. I should be down $1,000. Well, not only am I not down, I'm all up on ULTY. I am up on ULTY. About $800 for the day. Now, I'm shocked by this as well. Today was, look, we've been in a bull market. I'm not stupid. I'm not a Kool-Aid drinker. I'm making this video so people are aware. This fund has a history. Now, I interviewed Jay, the fund manager, and I asked him point blank, Jay, you wrote the book on options. Literally, I showed the book, okay? And I was like, well, why can't they trade ULTY? The joke used to be it never would go up. And ever since that conversation where I broke down the doors and I sacrificed myself through the walls of yield max, that now they don't like me very much, but that's okay. Jay will never come on my show again, I promise you. Okay, I am now, well, ostracized because I dared talk about Nav Erosion, reverse splits, and all that, and I just want to keep my capital to 64,000. I feel, now here's the paradox. We're going to combine something that's never been done before. We're going to isolate it. We're going to do the ULTY Containment Project, okay? The ULTY Containment Project means that unlike what you see all the other YouTubers do, which is, and all of you do, take your dividend, reinvest, what can I buy? Ooh, my portfolio is growing. No. Let's see if we're really making money. Okay, let's break it down. So, I am going to put this with a T-bill. Okay, I chose SGOV. Stay stable at $100 a share, whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay, so SGOV. I am going to take all of the dividends from ULTY and put them into SGOV, a containment vessel. What we are going to do is, in my mind, and tell me in the comments if you agree, we are going to watch my $64,000. This is for income, right? So we should be able to live off of and spend that $1,000 a week, right? That's what I would think. Let's think of the mechanics of how these covered calls work, covered call funds work. You know, they wanted us to believe that we had to sacrifice our capital to get a dividend, like it was a punishment. No. A dividend is a reward for investing in an ETF or a company or a fund or whatever. It's my damn reward for investing. Now, how does it work? Okay, when the dividend is paid, it comes out of the net asset value, my $64,000. They have to pay you somehow, right? So what happens is this. Now, it's going to pay this week 10 cents a share. So all of the people at YieldMax, the midgets, the dwarfs, the algorithms, the magic fairies, the hamburgers, the YouTubers, whatever they do, they have to option trade all of these different funds, hold the underliers, do a reverse double somersault backflip, okay, and all these trades, because we pay them to do this, a massive management fee. So what's supposed to happen? They pay us the 10 cents per share. They go out and the fund drops by 10 cents a share, and they all go out and trade. And then before the next payment, they should make another 10 cents a share. So my $64,000 in my mind would stay the same. This is the new paradigm. I don't want to hear anything. Don't you dare tell me about total return. The dividends are a reward. Doing covered calls throws off profits. Okay? Now, for my money as an investor, my $64,000, we're all going to watch this together. Make sure you're subscribed. I want profits on top of my $64,000. Now, let's talk about conspiracy theory. Prospectus changes. Last October, it was supposed to kick in. October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. Here we are in July, 10 months later. Did it work? Some people say that they haven't employed any of these new strategies. Others say they certainly have. They've done protective collars and all this stuff. I've noticed a difference in ULTY, or else I wouldn't have put my money in it again. So today, ULTY passed the first test, the first hurdle. You say I'm always changing. We evolve. I know you all loved my margin booster strategy when I started in May with $200,000 and said, hey, let's just do XDTE and then margin $10,000 at a time, and every 2 months or so it'll pay for itself. That works. It's great. But I've evolved. I've gone into beast mode. See, now, when I use margin differently. Okay? I have $500,000 in margin today. Okay? Equal to my account value. You might think, oh, it's dangerous, this and that. I still have 51% equity. I am winning. This total gain is completely wrong. They only count what's here. They do not count all the past dividend captures, all the trades that I've done in and out on actual stocks. Like now I have 5,200 shares of Robinhood. You know, I had HOOY. I recovered massive dividends 2 months in a row. I had HOOW, which I like less because I don't like the leverage. Okay? I'd rather be in HOOY by YieldMax than HOOW after running both of them simultaneously. One pays weekly, it pays less, but it's levered. The one from Round Hill pays too much. It moves too much is what I mean. All right? Now, tell you, YieldMax recovered a $3.50 dividend. I was in it for that. On HOOY. It recovered that in about 2 days. And then was the $6.50 Whopper. I got a $15,000 dividend. I recovered. Why? The underlier is massive. So let's see what they announce and maybe I'll go back in. I still have my XDTE plan. Now I have 6,000 shares, but we've evolved. I'm not going to talk about Maggie from Round Hill right now. We're talking about one thing, the containment zone right here. You're going to watch for the first time ever. No fluff, no foo-foo. We got, hold on, let's zoom. This is my spreadsheet for those of you on the phone. $64,000. Let me show you the origin. I got a folder for that right here. The ULTY origin story. So on September 16th, I didn't drip. I don't care about that. This is the ULTY paradox. We're going to find out once and for all. Are they good traders? Is this a good investment? Can it make money? You're going to clearly see what happens to my $64,000. I hope it stays the same. We want carbon neutral, capital flat. Carbon neutral, capital flat, 9 cents a week. I'm happy. Everybody's happy. Love will spring eternal. It'd be crazy. Kumbaya. We won't even need any Diddy oil. I don't even know if some of the douche tubers recovered from that trip. Okay, we found out she was out at Amy's no Round Hill. She's from the Round Hills, but we got catfished. Keyword catfish. So I bought it at market. And what was this? So here it was, the day I bought it. And now, ex-dividend today. Hold on. We want to go to my screenshot. I can show you real time. You want to see real time? There you go. All right, up 13K for the day. Got the heavy margin. You know how to use margin? You don't know how to use margin. Look at my ULTY girl. Ex-dividend, she's up $238. I sound like Leo Labata calling her she. So the containment series, this is the ULTY origin story. Okay? Right here, ULTY. All right? So the containment series goes like this. We hold 64,000. Oh my God. I'm ex-dividend. I am up. So the goal is this. In this screenshot, I wasn't up, but in real time, I'm up to 64,000. Okay? So I have my money back, and I'm up $238. I posted it here in my Discord, okay, when I took the picture from my phone. Back to my 64,000. So the whole point is this. All of the dividends will go here. Let me move. 64,000 must remain capital flat. My dividends are my rewards. Do you agree? Tell me in the comments. Shouldn't dividend be a reward? Let's forget the myth of total return. Yeah, total return starts this way. My NAV versus your NAV. My 64,000. Keep it flat. If it appreciates a little bit because you're holding good underliers, maybe you're lucky, I don't know. Great. But all of the dividends are not going to be reinvested. They're not going to go into paying margin. They're not going to go into any kind of foo-foo shenanigans. They're all going to accumulate right here. See? Right here in SGOV. And every week you're going to subscribe and I'm going to update this. You're going to see the ULTY paradox week 3 or month 2 or whatever. Turn on your notifications. See if Netflix is telling good stories in the aftermarket. Oop, they told a little story. Look at that. It came up. So they're disappointing earnings, and now it came up. We'll see what the news is later on. All right? So look. So yeah, I'm in Maggie right now. This has nothing to do with that. But why Maggie? Let me go off topic a minute. So you all understand what I'm doing, right? So the situation here is very, very simple. The containment protocol. My 64,000 stays the same. All the dividends are going to go here. That's money I should live off of, right? As income. We're going to see. I'm really, really hoping it works out. When I say here, this is SGOV, so we're all going to watch. Do you like the idea? Nobody's ever done this before. Forget back testing. Forget everything. These guys can do anything in this market. It's a raging bull market. Anyone can win. But they got all kinds of strategies they can do to GIMP. They can do to come here. They can do everything. Okay? Who knows? For all I know, retard on dividends could be trading options for them at this point. We have no idea what's going on behind the Diddy. So, Diddy is a verb. It's not a person. It's the Diddy. The Diddy oil. Makes everything run good. All right. If you stayed this, I have a headache for myself. So you understand the containment protocol. Maggie, let's get to that dirty hoe. Hold on. I bet you they're going to announce a reverse a split. This should be $127. It's the only thing that's going to save them. Let's see what I look up. Versus what the coach looks up. Hui stock, Maggie stock, PLTR, perfect YouTube thumbnail size, XDTE, time in New York City, okay, and Netflix, okay, jiggly tits, Maggie. Now this hoe bag today is going to pay out, okay, and I'm going to teach you about margin, how I use margin, how we all used to use margin wrong. You want margin? If we're in the live chat, say margin. Please, please tell me about margin. Now look, let me tell you about Maggie. Pays 39 cents a week. And just keeps going up. Capital appreciation, 1,000 shares. Look, over a year to date, $5. That's $5,000 for every 1,000 shares you have. I have a couple, okay? I have now 2,500. They don't let me I was going to margin it. They don't let me margin it. I have 2,500 shares. Today, my first day, I'm up. And it's paying out dividend 39 cents a share. And you know, if you calculate this beautiful system, let's say ULTY works out. That's $1,000 a week, right? XDTE, we know that's $1,500 a week. This Magnificent 7 thing, hold on. We got to do a little gangbang orgy of calculators. If you're still here, the key word is orgy. You just stop at orgy, because I know you're not going to do orgy of calculator, because many of you can't even spell calculator. One person in my comments was able to spell calculators. He was like, I remember Oracle with the orgy of calculators. 0.39 cents times $2,500. If the ULTY containment program works, okay? This is $3,400 a week. How does that work? Well, we got Maggie, and I only go into things that keep my capital flat. Got me? Keep my capital flat or grow. Maggie, everybody's overlooked. I don't even like the Magnificent 7. I don't even think it's so magnificent, but it's here. It is what it is. The past month, how'd they look at this? Paying every week, 39 cents. Come get it. 39 cents. Come get it. But it's not marginable at Chotwap. Does that sound like somebody you know? Chotwap. Chotwap. All right. So, I have the Magnificent 7. We're going into earnings. This is just a juggernaut. Okay? It's just, this is what I want to see, up and to the right. We're giving ULTY a chance. You know, I'll tell you, I got swarmed by sweaty multiple vag smell at once. In my gym down the hall is another gym, but it's just for women. And you hear all the, hooting and hollering. They have their music and everything really loud. I go to meet my personal trainer in a private gym. And they're all down the way, right? So I went to use the restroom. I'm walking down the hall. Poof! I got hit with the stench of sweaty vagina. Multiple, mixed together. Now, you know what this is like, right? There's like a hint of vanilla and musk. And, I almost passed out. Thank God I didn't have my mouth open. All right? So, I remember I made a YouTube short. I took it down. I was like, I don't want people even know where this place is. The vag hole of hell. Woof, they must have been working up a sweat in there. I heard the lips slapping. It was crazy. I'm traumatized. So, Maggie. I added Maggie, all right? So, I got, if you add these hoe bags together, right? Look, you got XDTE, you got Maggie, and if the ULTY can stay at $64,000, place your bets down below. My mental stop loss is $1 a share. I'll let ULTY take me for $10,000, but that's it. Okay? So everybody knows the parameters of the paradox and how the game is going to be played. There's conspiracy theory I want to know from all of you in the comments. 1, none of the changes were enacted. 2, all the changes were enacted and it's great. Nobody knows. Jay won't come on and talk to me ever again. Tidal, when they took over, they partnered, whatever, said, look, what are you doing talking to Oracle? You out of your mind? You can't snow him. He's not like a country bumpkin, like the Jiggly Tits or Amy, the fake, I don't know what to call it, tuna fish. I can't even say catfish because you don't want to disgrace a cat like that. So a lot of people like to eat tuna fish. So we're going to call it Amy Tuna Fish. And this, Amy, this is separate from you. This is about Jared, the coach. He's Jiggly Tits. So we got Jiggly Tits and tuna fish. Everybody, if you stayed this long, 18 minutes of this, please, just write. You don't even, if you want to get by the YouTube censor, you don't feel right, just don't use a space. Jiggly Tits and tuna fish. Jiggly Tits and tuna fish. It just sounds like it's great. So, you know who that is, right? It's Amy Bad Decisions and the other one, the coach. You got to figure out who's who. Everybody, this was a real blast. So what? It's 64,000. Who thinks that it's going to hit my stop loss? All right. Who thinks that magically my 64,000 will stay around the same and I'll accumulate dividends in SGOV? And who is going to stay to see it all? Now they're biting off. They're biting off me already. This is Jiggly Tits. If you want to subscribe to him, I have no fear of losing any subscribers. He is so boring, so fake, so phony, and such a moron. Now, he's going to tell us nothing. He's going to make like he's in a hurry. He's going to be sweating and disgusting. He's been called out using fake accounts. He went over at the Yield Max event, all right, and then talks bad about Jay. But Jay won't talk to me because I'll talk about Nav Erosion, which I know it doesn't exist anymore. I'm going to break it down for you. It doesn't exist anymore. It's true. Nav Erosion does not exist. We'll see how that ULTY paradox works out, and then we'll go from there. I think it's something other than Nav Erosion, or else I wouldn't have gone into this. So let's go ahead and see the coach, Jiggly Tits, and see what he's all about. This is him, right? Talks bad about these guys, top secret strategy, right? He likes to show off that he went to Wall Street. I'm going to show him off too, all right? Now, this guy's been a clown forever. Made fun of me when I first came on the scene, ambushed me in a live stream, okay? Now, I ambush him forever. There's no going back, Jiggly Tits. And now, you gave tits to Jiggle. Everyone who stayed to the end, let's do it. This was after the event at Yield Max. This is raw.
This is the first time I've ever done this on YouTube.
Ha! On YouTube! But what have you done privately? Bring out the oil.
Go like
Can
this.
you bounce? Coach, bounce.
Wait, I gotta like zoom out.
We gotta see the chat. Come on.
Chest.
Yeah.
Here we go. Right there. Look at this. Coach Jiggly Tits.
Let's go. Yeah.
Tell me that don't look like a real tit now. In some countries, the women really come like this. So this is what they were doing at the influencer event. And I don't know if these guys are trading ULTY or not. I don't even know what it has to do with ULTY. But it's his first time doing it on YouTube. So who knows what they do alone?
See the
I wanna see the jiggly.
Like a fucking pedo.
Let's go.
This is enormously expensive.
Go.
Here,
Let's go.
No, I think so. I think index investing is good for most people.
Bro, lay off the drugs.
No.
Yo, why did Nymph Man put his glasses on? Is he trying to find his penis? What the fuck? Look at the reflection. It's porn with donkeys. Look at that.
BT's fine.
Everyone, subscribe, comment below. What do you think about the ULTY paradox? And that's it with the tits. I can't take it anymore. Everyone have a nice day.